Hello everyone, I'm DaveAce, and welcome to another Sonic Rumble video. This one's kind of gonna be unscripted. I say kind of unscripted, even though it's completely unscripted and I'm just talking. I just thought that it's been a bit since I've actually streamed the game. It's been a bit since I've actually done a video covering the game. Now I recently just threw up a quick one. Today's video is just gonna be like a little, I guess a little recap or just sort of like a thoughts and opinions kind of video. Obviously, the biggest title is that this game would really work well on consoles, but I just wanted to give a little update on how I'm feeling about the game and what I like about it, what I think should change, and just feedback for the devs. So if you're watching, hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Get yourself some water. Keep yourself hydrated. Don't overwork yourself, please. Don't do that. Not for us. We don't deserve the overtime. Take care of yourself. So overall, Sonic Rumble is a really good game. I'm loving it so much more than what it's trying to replicate, probably just because of the bias of Sonic being there, but just also the amount of ideas that you have for mini games and just all these different stage themes actually being reworked into mini games. Like I know that I'm not like the biggest fan of Lost World, but the Lost World aesthetic actually really pops off in this game, and I think it just works so well with the toy vibe that they're going with. And we recently, and I mean literally just recently, got even more people joining into pre-launch 1 phase 3. So now we have people from Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Belgium, the Netherlands, I can't pronounce that place, but Brazil. So I apologize to those that live there, but I cannot pronounce that for the life of me. My English and just vocabulary is not my strong suit when it comes to this type of stuff. But yes, we just got even more countries joining in on the pre-launch phase 1. And just to give a little bit of a recap of how that works, pre-launch is currently in pre-launch 1. It's split up into 3 different phases. We are now in phase 3, which is going to be the last phase of pre-launch 1, right before they do the data wipe in fall. Not really certain when that date may be, but it is coming up pretty soon. It's actually really surprising how long the game's been in pre-launch 1. So whenever that transitions to pre-launch 2, all the game data is going to be wiped, and then it goes straight into pre-launch 2, which should just be available for everyone that was previously in pre-launch 1. My thought process is that majority of the people from pre-launch 1 is going to end up in pre-launch 2. They're just going to add more countries to pre-launch 2. And then obviously pre-registration opens up for those who do not already have access to pre-launch 2. My guess is that pre-registration is going to really open up to those that live in like the United States and mostly North America, but I feel like United States is definitely going to be falling into the pre-registration bit, and then we won't actually get the global launch until winter. I'm going to try my best to cover as much content as I can within pre-launch 2, because I have a feeling they're going to add a lot more to it. Maybe some new mini games might pop up, but also just overall just to see what changes between pre-launch 1 and pre-launch 2. I feel like pre-launch 2 is definitely going to come in with microtransactions, which I will say for pre-launch 1, there's no microtransactions whatsoever in it. Again, I see the potential for it, and I'm just really hoping that when those microtransactions actually do hit the game, that they're fair. I think they'll make them pretty fair for what you're doing. I don't think it's really gonna too much in the way. Obviously, you're gonna have to pay for like the battle pass, probably have to pay for red star rings. You might have to pay for rings in general too if you just want to buy stuff from the shop. That is one thing that I do hope changes the shop, because I really enjoy the shop. I don't think there's anything wrong with the shop. The only thing that's really a bother is just how they price certain items. Some items such as avatar skins are like 10,000 rings, and the Sonic characters are 30,000 rings, which makes a lot of sense, but I don't think a lot of people are wanting to really choose an avatar character, even though it's there, and I acknowledge that they're there. I don't think a lot of people really enjoy buying the avatar characters and would much rather just save up for a Sonic character. I've seen people talk about the idea of them adding in like an avatar creator or something like that, some way to like customize your avatar. I don't know if they'll ever go through with that, but like for me, what would be really cool is if like you could add on a cosmetic option, and you could even do this for like the main Sonic characters as well. Just another cosmetic slot, like stickers and emotes, where you can give like the avatars and the Sonic characters different like things that they could wear, like a hat or a backpack, maybe changing the shoes, changing the gloves. Again, it could just be like a cosmetic slot, sort of like stickers and the emotes, and they'll just like the cosmetics overlay which part of the character that you're changing, and like it's interchangeable. Don't mean to bring another Rumble into the Rumble, but sort of similar to like Crash Team Rumble, where you could get cosmetics such as hats and backpacks, and you could put them on the characters that you have unlocked, and like it would just change out depending on which hat or backpack that you choose. That's something that could potentially be looked into, and it also adds another incentive to using the shop, other than getting emotes, trails, and stickers and stuff like that. So like I think that would really bring in a lot of people, and especially since that's already like a thing that's in like Fallout. I don't know why I keep saying Fallout. Fall Guys and other games like Stumble Guys that this game is trying to compete directly with, can add in cosmetics for your Fall Guy bean or your Stumble Guy. I know that some characters already come with hats, such as like the Pirate Sonic at the end of this, well, not really the end of the battle pass, but near the end of the battle pass. And I know Pirate Shadow comes with a hat. I know there are certain characters that have a hat. You don't necessarily need to make it to where those characters wear hats. You could like disable that if the character already has a hat, just so it doesn't look weird. If a character already has a hat or a designated backpack, then you could just go ahead and like disable that. I don't know, maybe mess around with it. Just see if like you can like properly resize whatever other cosmetic that you put onto the character. I could see it working. I think a lot of people would really appreciate having just a little bit more extra that you could do with just the avatar characters. If it just is blatantly the avatar characters and you can't do it for the Sonic characters, that's completely understandable and makes a lot of sense. But I think a lot of people would really enjoy getting the avatar characters or the avatar characters themselves if they had that extra bit of cosmetic that you could like put on them. You could create your character in a sense. So not necessarily an entire avatar character creation thing, but just like a hat or a backpack slot in your character inventory that you can equip onto avatar characters, or if you want to expand it over to Sonic characters, you can as well. So that's something that I think would really benefit. So overall, I feel like the shop is really well done. Again, the prices are a little iffy. I'm not sure what suggestions I would give for pricing, but I would definitely probably lower the avatars just a little bit more, just because you get so many from the claw machine when you're trying to go for like an epic skin such as Grind Rail Shoe Sonic, or Soap Shoe Sonic if you want to call him that. Obviously they can't call him Soap Shoe Sonic because of licensing. Overall, the game itself is really solid. I haven't had many issues with the game whatsoever. There has been like maybe one crash on my iPad, and that could just be anything, but I mean, aside from that one crash, there hasn't really been other crashes at all. I don't really have much issue connecting to the servers. There's never really been an issue with connecting to servers unless someone gets disconnected. I have had someone disconnect in between switching like game modes, and it just completely like freezes. It makes you think that the game's gonna crash, but it's not. But again, that's happened like once. I haven't really had that happen aside from that one time. The minigame selection that they have to offer is very, very varied. It offers a lot of variety. Really enjoy the variety that is given through the minigame selections. There have been times where you'll get more of what you would not want. And I just say that because like I know that you have the challenge mode for each minigame, which is like a whole new thing that is like, I mean, that was in closed beta, but like that, I don't think the Fall Guys does that. I don't think Stumble Guys does that. There's like actual challenge modes. I mean, maybe they do, but don't quote me. Maybe they do. I don't know. Actually making a challenge mode where you can play through the minigame itself. And on top of that, you can do single player or with squads. It kind of sucks that you have to be with a full squad in order to do the squad minigame. It doesn't like let you pair up with bots or like do online matchmaking, unless that's like something that's planned that they'll enable, because I know for the squads mode itself can either play with randoms or with friends, but in the challenge mode specifically it has to be 3 other friends and you. And I really like that idea because it gives you an idea of how those mini games played, especially if it's in a mini game that you haven't played yet and you just unlocked. It's really nice to have like something to warm up or practice practice, especially if there's like a certain game that you're not really up to par with or you're not really good at. It gives you a chance to go in and like practice using the challenge mode, and I really do appreciate that. Obviously, you'll have more opportunities to do that whenever custom games or custom lobbies open up later on. Maybe pre-launch 2 will have that, but I'm not too certain. But yeah, I mean, overall, the challenge mode is really fun. And yeah, I mean, overall, it's just such a solid game. I love Sonic Rumble. I'm trying to be as unbiased as I possibly can be, but like, this is like the best Sonic mobile title to come out. And I mean, I know I've seen a lot of people saying that it doesn't look that fun. It doesn't look great. It looks like the worst Sonic mobile game of all time. But I feel like you're running into the same situation that people had with Frontiers. I had the same situation with Frontiers, where watching someone play it, I didn't get it. But once I started playing it, it hooked, and I was completely all for it. It's one of those situations. It's just one of those games. But yeah, I mean, you have to really play the game for yourself to really get into the, oh, okay, that's why this is fun. Watching it does not do the game justice whatsoever. I will admit that. Like, watching someone play it definitely could seem boring because you're not the one in control. I would just wait until it releases, or if you're in a pre-launch, hopefully your country gets it, wait for it to release, and then do your final judgment of that. And speaking of release, I know that this is a mobile title, and I did want to bring this up because I know a lot of people have been talking about it. I've seen it in my comment section. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it in the Discord. A lot of people asking for a console or PC port of this game. And while I don't necessarily think that's going to happen anytime soon or at all, really just depends on the demographic and how many people are playing it and how many people would be willing to play it on console. So I guess the best way to go about that would, for the official Rumble server or Rumble social media team or community managers or whatnot, would to be putting together like a poll or survey and surveying people and asking like, hey, you know, if this ever came to PC or console, would you pick it up? Because that's definitely something that needs a lot of attention and a lot of people saying that they'll do it. Because from my understanding and just from my own opinion, Sega really hasn't had the best outcome with a mobile game to PC or console doing very well. Because the last time I think they tried to do it was with Sonic Dash, where Sonic Dash came out and it was on mobile, but it was also on the Microsoft Store. And I don't think anyone was playing like the Windows 8 edition of Sonic Dash. And if no one was playing the Windows 8 edition of Sonic Dash, they most certainly were not playing the Windows 10 or Windows 11 edition of Sonic. I don't even think Sonic Dash came to Windows 10. It may have been there for like a little bit, but I think they completely removed it off the Microsoft Store. I could be wrong about that. I'm not too certain, but I think they did remove Sonic Dash from the Microsoft Store. So in order for them to know that you want this game on PC or console, heck, I'd take it on Switch. I think this would be a perfect game to put on Switch, just because it's already a portable console and you could take it literally anywhere. It's already mobile, and majority of the mobile games go to Switch. I mean, we had SpongeBob Krusty Cook-Off, a free-to-play mobile game, go to Switch and it's like $20 or something like that. Not saying that you would charge for Sonic Rumble, but that's just another example of a mobile game going to the Switch, and specifically the Switch. I don't think it's on any other console but the Switch. Again, do your own research. Don't take my word for granted. Take it with a tiny bit of salt, and maybe add some pepper and paprika in it. I don't know, make it spicy. But yes, in order for this to come to console or to mobile in general, you have to make your voices heard. So if you want it, you might want to comment down below. I don't know how much influence I have over the Rumble space right now. I feel like I'm the only creator really doing anything with Rumble right now, just because I had so much free time on my hands. I don't know. But yeah, be sure to let them know, because I might have a feeling they're watching my videos. But overall, Sonic Rumble is looking insanely perfect. I am very much looking forward to the rest of pre-launch 1. I can't wait to play more of it. I can't wait for pre-launch 2 and get those registrations going. We're gonna have so many different rewards. And again, even though pre-launch 1 is getting game data reset, if you played during the pre-launch 1, going into pre-launch 2, if it's still available for you, you will get a prize or an in-game reward for playing pre-launch 1, so it doesn't feel like it's like a slap in the face for playing so much and then all your game data is gone. I hope the prize is Grind Shoe Sonic, because that'd be awesome. But you know, if you don't want to give us Grind Shoe Sonic, that's fine. But yeah, Sonic Rumble is looking fantastic. I'm very much excited to be covering more about this game and keeping you guys up to date with whatever's going on in the game and whatnot. So if you want to keep up with that, be sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe and click that post notification bell to keep up with more content from me. Comment down below any suggestions, feedback. Do you want it on console and PC? Comment down below your favorite Sonic character. I don't know. Just comment. Comment. I already said that, but do it again. Reply to your comment that says comment and make the reply say comment. All right. Well, keep on rumbling and I'll catch you guys in the next video or live stream.